In this video, we will explain the neurovascular pathways that supply the three major salivary glands, the parotid, submandibular, and sublingual glands.
The parotid gland is the largest of the three, which produces serous saliva which enters the oral cavity through Stenson's duct, secreting into the oral cavity at the level of the second maxillary molar. The gland is responsible for 25% of salivary flow and is located in the parotid bed. The parotid gland is divided into two lobes which are separated by the facial nerve. The parasympathetic innervation of salivary glands causes vasodilation and an increase in saliva flow, whereas sympathetic innervation reduces salivary flow. Let's discuss the parasympathetic and sympathetic innervation of the parotid gland. The preganglionic parasympathetic fiber originates from the inferior salivary nucleus in the medulla. It leaves the brainstem in cranial nerve 9 and forms the tympanic nerve. It then passes through the plexus, becoming the lesser petrosal nerve, passes through the foramen ovale, and then synapses with postganglionic parasympathetic fibers in the otic ganglion. It then travels with the auriculotemporal nerve of V3 and provides secretor motor innervation to the parotid gland. Preganglionic sympathetic fibers from the spinal cord ascend to superior cervical ganglion and synapse with postganglionic sympathetic fibers. They form the sphenic periarterial nerve, wrapping around the carotid artery and travel with the external carotid artery, especially the posterior auricular artery, to reach the parotid gland. The submandibular gland is the second largest of the three, which produces mixed saliva, entering the oral cavity through Wharton's duct, opening through the sublingual caruncle. The gland is responsible for 60 to 65% of salivary flow. It is also divided into two lobes by the mylohyoid muscle. The submandibular gland is located in the submandibular fossa, which is inferior to the body of the mandible. The sublingual gland is the smallest of the three glands and produces mucous saliva and only contributes to 10% of salivary flow in the mouth. Saliva is secreted through a series of ducts collectively known as Bartholin's duct, which also opens into the sublingual caruncle. Both the sublingual and submandibular glands are innervated by the same nerves. Let's discuss the parasympathetic and sympathetic innervation of the submandibular and sublingual glands. The preganglionic parasympathetic fiber originates from the superior salivary nucleus in the medulla. It leaves the brainstem in cranial nerve 7, and a branch, chordotympani, leaves the skull through the petrotympanic fissure. It joins the lingual nerve of V3 to reach the submandibular ganglion and synapses with postganglionic fibers. Postganglionic fibers then reach the submandibular gland and provide secretor motor innervation to the gland. The sympathetic innervation is the same as the innervation to the parotid gland, except that the sphenic periarterial nerve fibers travel with the external carotid artery, facial artery, and lingual artery to reach the submandibular gland.
Created using Powtoon.